Hi, Nancy.
Lily seemed upset about me doing any work here.
Show me a PhD student who isn't upset about something, and I'll build you your very own pyramid.
Why would she want to keep me away from your work?
I have no clue. If she wants to play at being in charge, let her. It'll save you a lot of headaches.
What do you know about Lily?
Not much. She's with Abdullah's team. It's just strange that she's out there.
Why?
I never say a critical word about a student, but the archaeology community is small, people talk. I guess all I'm going to say is it's surprising Abdullah put her on his team.
You can't just leave it at that. The curiosity center of my brain is going to go into full meltdown.
I can't, Nancy. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to talk about it.
Bye-bye.
Catch you later.
Hi, Bess.
Nancy, how goes the old mummy hunt?
Good, I think. Maybe bad.
Something happened, didn't it?
There was a sandstorm, and the professor from Kingston had to be taken to the hospital.
Nancy, be careful out there. It sounds dangerous.
I will.
George is all wrapped up in that new job of hers, but you can call me anytime you need help. Full disclosure, while I do play an Egyptologist on television, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I'm not sure what to do.
Check around to see if there's anything to help you get a better idea of what's going on at the site. Someone should have left some notes around. John probably had some.
Lily seems very uptight.
Do you think she's hiding something?
No doubt about it. I just don't know if it's relevant.
Strange behavior is rarely irrelevant, especially in a group that isolated.
Good point. I'll let you go.
See ya! Hotchkiss here.
It's Nancy Drew.
Oh, Francine, dear, I'm so glad you called. I've been having the most infuriating problem with my internet.
This is Nancy Drew.
Oh, you young people are so refreshing, always in search of new identities. The problem is that I downloaded this program called Weather Monkey. At my age, it's important that I keep abreast of all meteorological developments. But now I'm starting a new book, and I can't focus on my work because the Weather Monkey keeps yelling the weather at me.
Maybe you should uninstall it?
I will do no such thing. That would be tantamount to murder.
Maybe turn it down?
Brilliant and fantastic. Oh, yes, Samantha, you are a ticket. I would love to help you, but how do I know you again?
Nancy Drew. We've met a few times.
Aha, now I remember you. If life were a good book, you'd be my favorite reoccurring character.
I'm in Egypt, and I need your help.
Egypt? Well, why didn't you say that instead of chattering away about my internet problems?
I don't know how to respond to that. I read your book, and I thought maybe you could help.
You found my book while you were in Egypt. The serendipity is as delectable as Chateaubriand smothered in lavender lemon juice. I am at your disposal.
I didn't exactly find it. You sent it to me. You even signed it.
Oh, dear, I sign and send lots of things.
Have you heard of an expedition that went off in search of Nefertari years ago?
Oh, yes. The team in which everyone died. Is that the one?
Yes. Do you think that story is true?
Oh, heavens, yes. It's deadly out there in the desert. Think about it. You're going out there in search of dead bodies. There must be a reason they're in favor of the area.
But this expedition wasn't searching for QV66, right?
Indeed not. That had already been discovered. They were searching for Nefertari's mummy.
What do you think happened to them?
Oh, it's best you not concern yourself about that now, given your current location.
What do you know about Nefertari?
Ah, a love story. Oh, break out the tissue papyrus, because when I'm done, there won't be a dry Horus in the house.
What?
Look it up, dear. Ramses II and Nefertari shared a love so vast, the world could scarcely contain it. I'm talking about the kind of love you spell capital L, capital O, heart instead of a V, capital E. They stood side by side and ruled the world, but as they saw the years stretch out before them, they were keenly aware that a handful of decades would never cut it. They needed to be together always.
That's sweet.
And relevant. The ancient Egyptians believed that life was little more than a dress rehearsal for eternity. I've found records that they concocted a plan to be together forever, side by side.
Why not be buried side by side?
They foresaw a volatile future for their kingdom, and they were correct. They knew they would have to enact safeguards. That's why in 1904, when QV-66, the so-called tomb of Nefertari, was found, her body was not there.
What are the chances we found Nefertari's tomb?
If I were a gambling Hotchkiss, I'd say 60-40.
I still don't get all this business with QV-66. Why build a fake tomb?
For the same reason I never carry my passport in my purse when I travel. Some things are too valuable to leave in a tempting place.
You mentioned an expedition that found QV-66, Nefertari's tomb.
It was one of the most significant finds in archaeology. They call it the Sistine Chapel of Egypt. It's where my fascination with the royalty of Egypt was born. The color alone took my breath away. We think of ancient Egypt as being a subdued sand color, but it was a riotous display with all the visual delights of a midsummer gelato shop cooler case.
And you don't think Nefertari was entombed there?
They only found kneecaps, which supposedly means that her tomb was robbed.
You disagree?
I do. What good is the mummy without the context? It's the placement in the tomb that makes the mummy valuable.
Why is Nefertari so important?
There are two queens I find most fascinating in ancient Egypt, and for exactly the same reason. They were hidden. Hatshepsut is the first.
I think I've heard of her. She was the pharaoh that was almost removed from the historical record, right?
Exactly. 20-some years of peace and stability, and after she dies, Thutmose III's ancient cronies try to erase her from the record.
Why?
Jealousy, revenge, fear that his reign would never equal hers. You name it, but you can't keep a good woman down. Despite the efforts of Thutmose III's supporters, her legacy endured.
And Nefertari?
In my opinion, she's the opposite. She was obsessively preserved in the historical record, but it was her tomb that was hidden.
How sure are you that Nefertari's tomb was hidden?
There was something strange about QV-66. I think that might be why it is off limits to this day.
It is?
To you and me, at the very least. There is a rumor that the tomb has a clue to the true location of Nefertari's mummy.
Really?
Who knows? I'll tell you this. I didn't have time to read all of the hieroglyphs, but I noticed that the syntax was a little, shall we say, wonky?
I don't know how hieroglyph syntax could be non-wonky.
True, but it was almost as if Nefertari and Ramses II had their own language.
Bye-bye.
Bye, dear.
Haven't done that.
Thank you for calling SPOT. If you are calling to report a UFO sighting, please remember to include your location. The sky is very large. Thank you for calling SNIDE. If you are calling to report a UFO sighting, please remember to include your location. The sky is very large. You've reached the SNIDE switchboard. If you've reached this number on accident, then this is a pizza place, and we're closing forever. Right now. Thank you for calling SNIDE. If you are calling to report a UFO sighting, please remember to include your location. The sky is very large. Thank you for calling the Strange Phenomenon Inspectors, Extraterrestrial Division. All agents are currently dispatched.
I bet I could translate that. This looks like a map of the site. Cool! Ancient Egyptian phone charms. I was hoping those existed. I should try to piece the amulet back together. Still have to do that. Still have to do that. There's a piece missing. I wonder where the rest of the amulet pieces were found in the tomb.
Hello.
I'd better get going.
Later.
There's another door up there. I need to find a way to climb up to that ledge. My dictionary could help translate that. Never enter where?
Ah, you are still here, darling.
Oh, you couldn't drag me away. But if you don't mind, I prefer Nancy.
I prefer the distinguished Dr. Raccoon. It appears neither of us is going to get what we want. So I must know, are you very brave or just very stupid?
Oh, I'm not afraid of a curse, if that's what you're getting at.
It is, but you still haven't answered my question.
If there really is a curse and I'm ignoring it, then I guess you could say I'm pretty stupid.
No stupid person has ever uttered that phrase. I've met many stupid people. As a group, they do not self-identify reliably. I see I must keep an eye on you.
What's going to happen now that there's been a major injury?
Usually it means we are going to be shut down, so now we work fast.
Professor Boyle was supposedly injured by a lightning strike, but the medical reports state that he was struck in the head with a blunt instrument.
No, that can't be.
That's what he said.
This is serious.
I know. Someone attacked him.
Do not be so hasty. We don't know what happened. But it's best you be careful anyway.
I think Professor Boyle was attacked.
Do you have any evidence?
I have enough. If I'm wrong and it's an accident, then no harm done. If I just assume it was an accident and let his attacker get away with it, who knows who will get hurt next?
You are very shrewd.
What do you think about Professor Boyle?
He's lucky to be alive. It's a good thing professors have such thick skulls.
Did you two get along?
Get along? I know him. I respect his work.
Were you okay with Professor Boyle working the site with you?
No.
Why not?
When you are the best, like I am the best, no one else can ever help. No, they only get in your way.
But Professor Boyle is one of the best archaeologists working today. He wouldn't be getting in your way.
One of the best? Pfft, I am the best. That's why this site is mine.
What are you working on?
This mural here. There is something very important hidden in this wall. I don't know if I can decode it in time.
Can I give it a shot?
No. You want to try the other mural up top? Yeah, sure.
I need a few tips for reading the hieroglyphs.
A few tips? Yes, that's how I learned to read hieroglyphs. At first, they were inscrutable and mysterious, but then I got some tips. Just go look in your books.
Have you made progress? Did you find anything to say whose tomb this is?
I wish I could say we found the lost queen, but I don't know for sure yet. The answer is here. We may find the mummy, but if we do not crack this before they come to shut us down, we may never know who we have found.
Do you have any idea what that inscription means?
Look at the hieroglyphs. They are not supposed to be riddles, and I still grappled with them, sometimes for years. The actual riddles, forget it. That's why I am here, staring at this wall. I cannot think if I am not working.
What do you know about Lily?
I've seen many like her.
What does that mean?
Ambitious, young, smart. The ones like that, they achieve. Or they flame out in a big
That seems dramatic.
The world moves on the back of dramatic lives. I do not think this is a good thing. Lily, she is like a spinning top. She stands straight, but the slightest nudge, she will go ping, flying off in a crazy direction. I do not trust her.
Then why did you choose her to be part of the dig?
Someone I fully trust would never be able to surprise me.
I still don't understand why you would want Lily to work with you.
She is smart, and her downfall is being too ambitious. She is so much like me, I'd be a hypocrite to not like her.
I'll let you go.
See you later.
This is approximately where the other amulet pieces were found. It's stuck. I bet I could translate that. I bet I could translate that. It looks like the red scarab is missing. That jackal symbol is at the beginning and end of this passage. There must be something special about it. Looks like I need to find out who the 4 sons of Horus were. Can't check that. Did that. Still have to do that. Haven't done that. Haven't done that. Check. Still have to do that. Still have to do that. I bet I could translate that. I need to see if I can find something that will help me solve this. I bet I could translate that. My dictionary could help translate that.
Yes?
Is it strange that some of the hieroglyphs don't make sense?
There is a saying, if a lion could speak, we would not understand him. So let's say one day, magically, poof, a very smart lion learns to speak the king's English. How he understands the world is so radically different that even though you understand the words he spoke, you could never understand what he was trying to say.
Is that how you think of the ancient Egyptians?
Yes. Now let me show you why I am the best archaeologist in the world in one simple step.
Well, then won't I be able to become the best archaeologist in the world?
No. I am Ramses II.
I thought you looked familiar.
Please, I am much more handsome than he was. Now pay attention. I, Ramses II, I look at my kingdom. Look at it with me. Be Ramses with me. Come now, survey the kingdom. We are kings. Look at the sands. They part in the most elegant tribute to our majesty. Listen to the river. You are not doing it.
Sorry, I'll try harder.
Good. Listen to the river. That is better. The birds of prey and even the deadly serpents bow before us. They look to us as if we were the sun. And remember, we are Ramses. We are the sun, most favored by Ra, sun god. The heartbeat of this world is for us alone. Looking at all of this, what do you want?
What could I possibly want?
Exactly. Now tell me, what are you afraid of?
I guess losing what I have.
Yes, you are thinking like a pharaoh. Now tell me, how could you lose what you have?
I can't lose anything. I'm the pharaoh.
Wrong. You can and you will. You will die, Ramses II. You will be gone and forgotten.
Okay, but how does all of this lead to the lost queen?
For thousands of years, the lion spoke and no one understood. But understand the fear, and you understand the man.
I translated the hieroglyphs.
Beginner's luck.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Hello.
What do you think of Abdullah?
Say what you want about how he behaves. He's earned it.
What makes you so sure of that?
I've studied his career. He's a bit of a jerk, but let's face it, when you think of archaeology, you think of him. He's the best. A decade of dedicated study.
Okay, I guess you have a point.
Thanks. It just bothers me when people are critical of him. He's sort of a hero of mine.
Bye-bye.
Later!
Got it. Still have to do that. Haven't done that. Check.
You've reached the Smide switchboard. If you've reached this number on accident, then this is a pizza place, and we're closing forever. Right now.
Hi, Nancy.
What do you know about Abdullah?
He's almost as brilliant as he thinks he is.
He seems a little full of himself.
A little. With that amount of swagger, you'd think he invented sand.
Do you think he's behind your attack?
I don't think so. This isn't the first time we've butted heads. I'd think that if he were to attack me, he wouldn't sneak up from behind.
Abdullah seems confused by the hieroglyphs in the tomb.
Really?
You sound surprised.
Astonished, dumbfounded, with a twist of smug thrown in to soothe my ego.
So, if he's confused...
Then it is confusing. He's one of the brightest minds in the field. If he's stumped, something unique is going on here.
How's the recovery coming?
Good. I am at the point where watching television is tedious again, so that's a good sign. TV is very frustrating for the solution-oriented personality.
I don't think I've heard that before.
It's true. I find myself yelling, "Test your hypothesis before acting on it," at all of the sitcoms. Truthfully, I'm still feeling a little woozy. As soon as I can stand without feeling dizzy, I am on my way back to the site, even if I have to sneak out of here.
I'd better get going.
Catch you later.
Hi, Nancy.
See ya.
Bye.
Ahoy, hoy!
Have you heard of Abdullah?
Yes, I have. He is December on my Men of Archaeology calendar.
You're kidding me. Does that exist?
It existed the second I made it. Is he there with you?
Yes. He seems full of himself.
He is. Oh, I am not an advocate of pulpy romance novels, but if I were, I'd call that an archeable trait. In Chapter 1, he'd swagger into the excavation site, the picture of a rascal with his dusty leather jacket and decidedly European haircut. His cocky ne'er-do-well smirk displaying his perfectly white teeth, but by the end he'd be sweetly holding flowers and saying, "Professor Hotchkiss, I'm dying to discuss your latest publication." A colleague of mine has guilted me into editing her latest romance novel, and I must confess I cannot wait until the project is completed. Reading page after page is absolutely wreaking havoc on my metaphors. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I no longer know.
Abdullah, that's what. He's a cold-blooded hotshot with only one setting: success. Oh, sorry, I've also been helping my nephew break into the movie trailer business. Oh, Hotchkiss, why must you always burn the candle at both ends? He's a good archaeologist who knows Egypt inside and out. He could teach you a thing or two, just don't pick up the attitude.
Bye-bye.
Bye, dear.
Hi, Nancy.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes?
See ya.
See you later.
My dictionary could help translate that. That's it! Now if I only knew what it meant. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. It's still sealed. Oops. It's too dark. I need to find something to light the way. Whoa!
What are you doing?
I think we found the tomb.
I've got to see this myself.
Brilliant!
Who is that? It's magnificent.
What is this? Look at the hieroglyphs. There is something very important here.
It's the curse.
Everyone, get out of here.
Oh, if I can just get this light to turn back on.
Now!
Flashlight's dead. I'll need to find another light source. It looks like someone was tampering with these wires.